Hello, I'd like to welcome you all to our European Anonymous meeting here at King's High. Would anybody like to begin?
Hello, I'm Nigel. I've been the leader of the UKIP party for 8 years now.
Hello, Nigel.
I think it's absolutely appalling that we're still part of the European Union, of economic failure, of mass unemployment and of low growth. I can't believe we're paying £55 million a day to remain a member of the EU, which amounts to 20 billion a year, just so we can shower the people of bongo land with it, when our own public services are under great strain. It's ridiculous.
Bonjour, I am Jean-Claude and I have been elected as President of the European Commission.
Hello, Jean-Claude.
I'd just like to point out, actually, Nigel, your figures are completely exaggerated. In 2013, Britain paid a total of 8.6 billion to the EU, which is about 24 million a day. While this is still a substantial amount of money, the rewards are significant. The EU is the UK's main trading partner, with more than 400 billion being traded a year.
Okay, well, before, Europe was about treaties, laws and our sovereign right to govern ourselves. Now it's about everyday life.
I may be able to help here. I'm David Cameron, Prime Minister of Britain for 4 years now, and leader of the effing Tories since 2005.
Hello, Dave.
Nigel makes a good point there. And as I said in my speech at Bloomberg, I've set out to reform the EU and change Britain's relationship with it. Our businesses do find the degree of European interference excessive, but they value the single market.
You tell them, Dave. Hello, I'm Paul Wells, Chief Executive of Wells & Young's Brewery.
Hi, Paul.
I can remember before we were able to do free trade and it was really complicated. We had to get a different sanitary certificate with each lorry load of kegs we sent to Italy. It was hard to do. Yes, it's been overdone, but that's a question of beating back regulation. Not finding our way out of Europe completely, because I don't think that solves anything.
As my counterpart, Angela Merkel, says, Europe where necessary, national where possible. We share a view that the status quo is not working, and we intend to change it. Well, that's why I intend to hold an in-out referendum on Europe if I win the 2015 general elections, in order to allow the people of my nation to choose for themselves. I will campaign to stay in the EU if membership negotiations are met.
Well, you better not tell them my opinion in the referendum this time, David.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yes, I'm delighted to announce that here today with us we have
Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, leader of this realms and her other realms and territories, defender of the faith, head of the Commonwealth, and one-time Bond girl. But you can call me Liz.
Hello, Liz.
I will, of course, always remain impartial in politics. However, I do wish to make the point that we are focusing a lot on the economical side of the argument, which is hugely significant, but don't you think that it's so much more than that? I understand the EU is mainly a monetary-based allegiance, but do we really want to be part of an isolated state? Think of all the things we have achieved together. Politically, we've remained united. We have managed to keep Europe together and even enlarge it. Economically, we've remained open. We keep promoting trade within the Union, as well as across the world, whilst maintaining our commitments to the developing countries. And most importantly, we were awarded the Nobel Prize in 2012 for over 6 decades worth of contribution to the advancements of peace and reconciliation in Europe. Do we really want to throw all this away?
Thank you, Your Majesty. Liz, I think we can all agree that this has been a very enlightening discussion. The refreshments are at the back.